What's up, everybody? We inside of an old Ford pickup truck. I'm telling you. Y'all ready to watch this little booger hit down the road here? Let me tell you now. Come on, here we go. Check it out. It's what you call a Ford pickup. Now, between me and you, everybody, I have no idea what year this truck is. I'm guessing it's probably in the 80s, maybe 86, 87. Could be early 90s. So I'm calling out all Ford F-150 truck drivers to tell me what year you think this truck is. Now, as soon as we get to the outside of it, if you've guessed what year it is while we're just sitting here in the driver's seat, you are really, really good. But we're going to get out the truck real quick and we're going to let you see it. And I know, guarantee somebody is going to know what year it is, right? So stay with me on this one. I'm going to show you a few other things. AC works right now. It's blowing nice and cold. I mean, I got a little belt squeal out there, but that's no big deal. We can get that taken care of. But the AC actually is blowing cold. That is absolutely amazing. And let's go ahead and put her, we'll go shut her down for a minute. Look at that. Good old key, good old turn key. She cranks right up. The shifter's on the column. Keep looking at her a little bit, right? There is the aftermarket radio. There's the dash, and look at the dash, everybody. I mean, it is absolutely in great shape. It's got the word custom on there. Good old custom. Custom F-150. Is this a Ford F-150, though? There's a rear view mirror right in there. So, somebody brought this truck by our store and said they're trying to sell it, and would y'all be interested in buying it? They did a little Google search, is what I was told. And we came up. They Google searched classic cars and things like that for Charleston, and Southern Motor Company came up. So that's good to know. So they thought to bring it by our store first and give us a shot at buying it. And we said we'd be more than happy to buy this truck from you. So that's how we got it. It was sold to us. Wasn't traded in or anything like that. Again, just somebody brought it by and we bought it. So that's a good example to show you that people can bring cars right over to our car lot and we'll buy them from them. Now, you're seeing this truck before we've done anything to it, right? I mean, we haven't cleaned it. Look at the windows, right? Still got pollen all over the windows. But that's okay because I know most likely somebody out there, oh yeah, I know somebody out there would most likely buy the truck just like it sits right now, right? With a little pine straw up on the hood. Because the whole thing here is it actually runs really well. And to find an F-150 in this body style that runs good, I mean, come on. Anyways, that's not the F-150 making that squealing sound right there. That's that car over there making all that noise. But our F-150, the body on it is actually in pretty decent shape. Yes, it needs a paint job, but some may keep it just the way it is, right? What would you do if you had this old pickup truck? Would you sand it down and respray it and bring the life back out of it? Maybe so, right? Or some of us may just drive it just the way it is. But anyways, you know, cars nowadays, they just don't have pinstripes like this anymore. We did a little video last week talking about a Volkswagen GTI. Mr. Chris put a pinstripe on it, and we were talking about pinstripes. And do people still like to have pinstripes on their vehicles? Didn't really get a whole lot of feedback from people on that subject. So if you would mind leaving a comment, do you still think pinstripes look cool on cars? Again, a lot of cars just don't come with them anymore. And like something like that, a pinstripe on this truck here most likely came on the truck when it was actually sitting right out there at the dealership on the dealership lot. Now with Ford coming out with the new Bronco and all that kind of stuff, I don't know about y'all, but maybe, just maybe, with some of the looks of some of the newer cars coming out, still having that kind of old school look to them, I think maybe some of the, you know, companies out there, the car companies, maybe they'll bring back some cars with some pinstripes on them. Anyways, just a little food for thought there. I mean, the old back bumper doing pretty good. There's the back of the truck. Look at all that pine straw back there. That would do real good in the flower bed at the house. I remember as a young boy, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13 years old, my mom had Lincoln Town Cars. And I remember me and my mom and my cousin or a friend would get in the town car with my mom And a town car, everybody, has a really big trunk. You could fit a couple bodies back there, right? But in this case, you could fit probably 5 to 6 to 7, maybe more, bags of straw. And my mom loved pine straw in her flower beds at the house, right? So instead of us buying pine straw from people that baled it and all that, me and my friend or cousin would go with my mom into newer, nicer neighborhoods that had pine trees in them. And I'd knock up to the front door of the house, and if it had a bunch of pine straw in the yard, you got what I would do. I'd ask the person that owned the house, would you mind if me and my cousin raked up your pine straw? If we could have it. Oh, go ahead, of course you can. That'll make my yard look so nice with all that pine straw removed, right? And that's what we would do. We'd rake up people's pine straw, bag it up in those black plastic bags, and you got it. We would take it home and put it out in the flower beds. And fresh pine straw looks so nice in your flower beds, especially in the wintertime or in the summertime. But it looks nice because it's got that red color to it. And anyways, you didn't have to buy it. You just went out there and worked for it and got it yourself. Now, where in the world is the hood latch for this thing, right? That's the next. Oh, it's right here. Of course, not going to be that easy to do with just one hand, but I'm doing it. There we go. All right, there she is. So what size motor do we have, right? I'm pretty sure it's a V8, but what size V8? It's a little dirty, but not too bad. Usually it'll say somewhere around in here. I'll let y'all get a better look too. Well, this vehicle's equipped with electronic fuel injection, idle mixture, cold engine idle speed, and cold engine fuel enrichment are not adjustable. Okay, ignition timing. Boop, 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 boop. All right. Oh, hold on, spark plug 4.9. So I'm guessing, since it says right there 4.9 liter, I know some of y'all just know off the bat what size engine it's got, but I want to make sure because I don't want to misquote you, but I'm guessing since I've seen that right there, this is a 4.9 liter V8 with a little wasp nest right in there. How about that? Anyways, electric fuel injection. Boy, this is probably like the years of all the direct injection and all that stuff. But as you can see, you got a new belt right there, looking good, and it actually runs out really strong. So there you go. And it's solid, man. This thing's a tank. You know, you can still see some of these older school F-150s parked in people's side yards, in their backyards. You go out to the country, you see an F-150 like this just kind of parked out in someone's yard. And, you know, most cases it's not running or anything like that. But oddly enough, in this case, this one runs out really pretty well. All right, guys, let's hop back in. Here's the keys. If you remember keys like this back in the day, keys don't look nothing like that anymore for vehicles. It's just a plastic key fob thing, right? With power start and all. I've thought about buying this truck for myself. I said, man, you know, this kind of truck would be kind of cool maybe to drive back and forth to work every day. You know, at least you have a truck. If you need to get some pine straw or do some moving or something like that, you'd have a pickup truck to do it in. There we go. Run and drive. So anyways, does Chad need to buy this old F-150? I don't know. Anyways, it wouldn't cost me a whole lot to get it. My whole thing with it though is if we get it, you know, it's got to be usable. I got to be able to get some life out of it. So if I get a truck, I just kind of, honestly, guys and girls, I just kind of think it's neat to see an older F-150 like this riding down the road and actually running out pretty good. Look at that, nice and strong. Blinkers work. Everything seems to be doing what it should. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Have a blessed day. We'll see you soon. I'm Chad. Like, comment, subscribe, and let me know. Maybe you're interested in buying an older truck. We got one.